All right, so yesterday it was really nice and warm. I shut the boiler system off because I thought there's no sense running it. In the summertime, I keep it off in here, and we were like 15 degrees Celsius yesterday, and so I thought, let's kill the boiler. And I went to turn it on last night. It was great. We went into the city, came back, and I wanted to check on it, and well, it's dried up now, but there was a stream of water running across the floor, and it was this boiler pressure relief valve that had given way. You can still see it's dripping down there. Now this one is rated for 6,500 BTU. The nameplate on the boiler says it needs 202,000 as a minimum, and I happen to have this one kicking around, which is 510,000 BTU. In theory, it should work. Let me just show you here what happens. As soon as I turn the boiler on, so this is a switch for the recirculating pumps, so I have everything recirculating overnight. We got down to -2 Celsius, and I just want to keep everything flowing so nothing was stopped and freezing. But as soon as we turn this on, oh, watch this. Oh, yeah, the dragon. Right now, we're at about 70 degrees, 71 degrees. As soon as this starts warming up, the drip intensifies. We'll just give it a minute, and that'll end up turning into a steady stream. No good. So let's see if we can get that swapped out without making a huge mess. Yeah, check it out now. It's leaking. This out of our way. Would you believe it's been over a year since I've uploaded a video to this channel? And why am I doing another one now? Well, I like vlogging, and I've also been putting a lot more effort into my main channel, Simple Little Life, and that's going quite well. Some of the projects I have for that channel, though, I'm trying to get weekly videos on there, and it's so hard. It's just not. Well, this week I had 5 knives to do, and I wanted to release at 7 o'clock on Friday, which is today. It's 10:22, and the knives aren't finished. I hate not making videos. So I think this channel is going to be what I originally intended it to be, which was a vlog channel. Some Teflon tape. Here's my spare parts for keeping boilers going, both here in the shop and in our house. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the recirculation off. Isolate this. Isolate this. And then this main one. Now, how much is going to come out of here? Okay, we might have to drain this. Okay, so there's a little water in here, but I think I'm going to run a long hose, drain out to the drain on the shop floor, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, let's see how much comes out of here. That's not even warm. There we go. Huh. That's the main feed valve. Guess I should have turned that one off. Okay, so this should be good now. Who knows when the last time this was taken off. Okay. Make sure you wrap this the right way. Always want to wrap this in the direction that you're threading. That way it won't undo it when you put on whatever fitting you're putting on here. It's always nice having spare parts on hand. Last time I bought one of these valves was for the boiler for the house, and I didn't remember, but I actually bought 2, which is a wise thing. Now I have none, so I need to pick them up. I hope this works. Definitely a smaller valve, but according to the plate, should work. That's good. Some tape on here. Ooh, there's a lot of corrosion in there. Yuck. Well, it doesn't matter. It's just the drain. Beauty. Looks like it was tape for gas. That should be good enough. Okay, so let's close this. Open everything up, see if it works. Have to wash these. That's closed. Now we'll open this. Open this. Put this back to the crack that it had. Open this. Turn on the recirculation. Oh yeah, go open this. Now we're recirculating. Building pressure. I want to get everything circulating first before I fire up the boiler, just to make sure it's all going. Let our pressures all level out. Looking good. Let's fire up the boiler. Don't burn my hose. 80 degrees. Well, it appears that everything's working, which is great. We're gonna have to just leave it for a bit though. I'm gonna grab my thermal imaging camera and see if we can see the water lines in the floor starting to heat up, as well as the radiator lines going into my wife's office. We have hot water going out. Behind that piece of tin are the water lines going to the office. And they're warm and circulating. So, it's actually pretty cool in here right now. You should see some heat along the radiator. Yes. I feel warm water. That's a good thing. Well, that was a very easy fix. I wish all fixes were like that. But that kind of goes to show the importance of keeping spare parts on hand. Not that it's a big deal. It's not even below freezing outside. Uh-oh. Problem. It's leaking. Why? Why are you leaking? Who knows? Alright, so I did a little quick searchy poo on YouTube, and I found out that often a leaky pressure relief valve can be caused by a bad expansion tank. One way you can check that is on the bottom of these tanks, there's a little Schrader valve, like a bicycle inner tube valve. Mine had this cover on it. You can see the valve there, and if you push in on the valve, you should hear air. But I have nothing, and sometimes a faulty one can actually have water come out. So I've got nothing in there. Also, I don't know if this is a technical way, but I think this should sound more hollow. But anyways, the fact that there's no air coming out lets me know that I need to replace this. So I'm gonna just take this part number, this information, we'll go into town, get a new one of those. That's an easy fix. Literally just unthread it here, thread the new one on. And then I am also going to get the new proper pressure relief valve. I'll get two of them so I have a spare. I'll keep this one as the house spare. And ultimately, I don't even know. It might not have been bad. The one that I took off might be just fine. And it's, I'm gonna say it was probably the expansion tank, but I'm not a plumber, so I'm just kind of Googleizing and figurealizing as I go. All right, picked up a new valve and an expansion tank, $170.69. I'm gonna put on the old valve and hope that works. If it does, excellent. It was just the expansion tank, and then I'll have a spare. If not, I'll have the new valve on there, and then I'll pick up a spare next time I come to the city. This is a good time, though, for the boiler system to fail because it's not cold outside.
What can I get for you?
Hi, could I get a double teen burger combo?
18.05, thank you.
Thank you. $18 for a teen burger combo. But I bet it's gonna taste real good. I think it's also like 1,300 calories. It's good. Without calories, you die. That's a fact. In Canada, we have paper straws. They're useless.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you too.
With the drinks, right?
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. But I'm pretty sure that this check valve is good. So here's the valve. I do not want to touch it because it comes pre-charged to 12 psi. So I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty quick fix. We're going to go ahead and take off the check valve that we just put on, and then we've got to isolate the circuit again. We'll swap out that tank, put the old check valve that was leaking, that I think is still good, and we'll see if that fixes the problem. Okay. That thing's heavy and it's right full of water. Not supposed to be, but it is. I'm very sure that that was a problem because this one weighs a fraction of what that one does. Tape on here. Put this bad boy in. Be good. Close this up. Open this. Open this. And fill that up. Okay, I think everything's opened up now. Let's start circulation. That's an air bleeder valve up there, so that thing is designed to let air out, not water. Let's fire the boiler up and see what happens. That's one of the things I absolutely love about YouTube is that I typed in how to change out or troubleshoot a pressure relief valve, and I found a video that says one of the first things you should check is your pressure tank. Because there's basically an air bladder in there, and the air can kind of be compressed as the water gets heated and pressurized, and it will allow expansion. And I never even thought about that. If that thing is faulty or full of water like mine was, it can't compensate pressure. It can't regulate the pressure. There's 12 psi inside that tank, so it has room, the bladder has room to go down into it as the pressure increases as the water heats up, which makes a lot of sense as to why the relief valve was blowing as the water got up, because as water heats, it expands, pressure increases. I think we might have fixed it. Yeah, I can already feel the heat kicking up. We're already at 100 degrees right there. It's a good sign indeed. Alrighty, it has been about 2 hours since we swapped that all out. In the meantime, I looked at this last footage and I apologize, the audio stinks, so I put some steady shot on, so hopefully things look a little bit better. A little more cropped in, but check this out. No leaky. Let me grab the thermal imaging camera and I will show you that we have heat going everywhere. Also, previously I misspoke. This isn't actually my thermal imaging camera. This is my dad's. I think to buy this model is several $1,000s, but it is incredible. It's amazing. And it's handy when you're trying to troubleshoot. Another thing that's very handy is the entire front of this shop has in-floor heating. So if I were to want to anchor equipment down, I can simply fire up the boiler and I can see where the lines are so I know where it's safe to drill into the concrete without puncturing the holes. Case in point, you can actually see the heating loops. So I know if I wanted to drill, I could put one right there and I wouldn't miss them. So this is fantastic. Now the one thing I've never done is since I did the renovation of my office, oh, you can see it through the laminate flooring. That's cool. Because before this was all just concrete and my oldest son put down this flooring, but you can actually see where the lines are even through the laminate. So you can see that is just pretty cool. And our radiant baseboard heaters are heating nicely. You can see the heat coming up the walls. So I would say that that was a success. It's funny because I was pretty sure it was the pressure relief valve, which I thought was going to be a super easy fix, which it was, but that wasn't the problem. The problem was a bad, I forget what they call those, expansion tank. It was a bad expansion tank. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I've got some other things I need to finish today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I love vlogs, and I haven't done vlogs for a long time. I believe it's been over a year since I've done anything on this channel, so it's fun not really caring about views because I haven't had any new content on this channel, so I'm just gonna make videos that I think I would like to watch, and maybe you would too. Anyways, hope you have a fantastic day. We'll see you next time. Cheers.